generation, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Check 48, the mic. I'm coming up to you.
Cousins on first down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. To try again after the sack. Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second down, it's Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 39, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, 39 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible?
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he is going to be loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Watch the curve.
On third down, Mark Ingram. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down. Their boy down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Here we go on fourth down with Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Let's go.
Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well, and you would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the All-Pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
Well, as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback, Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so, and I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season and got better in their bigger games.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready? Here we go, let's bring it. Lynch 50.
On first and 10, Cousins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson, there on the coverage. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this is Cook with a grab. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Brings up fourth down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. Throwing is Cousins. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Mike 54. And let's get this.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
All day, dog.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Shamar Stephen never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Here we go.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, 33 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots in the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Needed more than 3, but that's all they got. And it's 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Ravens 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Ingram again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
2nd down and goal. Jackson, he'll buy some time right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
Defensively, by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options, because right now, he's hurting them.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Cousins now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Back to throw. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs with 3 seconds remaining as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown to win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now Cousins on 4th down. And he's able to find Diggs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. Cousins on target to Diggs. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled, because we're in OT. This is big time.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Throwing, Cousins, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. To the air again, it's Cousins. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Tyus Bowser able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Cousins. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
They'll run on 1st down. Ingram, and brought down, but able